What's up, it's you? For today's video, we're in full Stench ability Pokemon team. And Amelia, this one is for you. So we got the ability Stench here, giving a additional 10% chance to make the target flinch. Now, this is not affected by King's Rock or Razor Fang or moves that already have a flinch chance. So it's actually not the greatest ability in the world. If you do want your own custom theme team or Pokemon sweep, you can check it out at patreon.com/PIMPNITE. The link is in the description of the video. I've got two battles tonight with the Stench ability team, and I really hope you enjoy them. The first battle here, this is against Sea Stars, and we've got a Munchlax lead. We're also on the Dragon field too. I quite like the Dragon field. Okay, my first Pokemon is a Gloom. Now, Gloom isn't really fast with the Stench ability, right? You want to be able to go first so you can flinch the opponents. That's only going to work if you go first. So I've got a Nature Power set, Sludge Bomb, and Giga Drain here. Now, with the Nature Power set, I was actually able to maybe get a Paralyze on the opponent, and I also got Max Speed and Max Special Attack with the Salac Berry as the item. Since I'm versing a Munchlax, I'm going to be faster, and it's going to be a Metronome Munchlax critting me right off the bat there with a Slash, which wasn't the greatest start in the world, mind you. So getting a Sludge Bomb damage and getting some Poison on there as well, which is very, very good. No flinches as of yet. Remember, it's only 10% chance. That's it. You know, there's nothing you can do to add to it, which is kind of a shame. So here comes a submission there from the Munchlax. He's going to do some recall to itself and some extra poison damage. Like, 2 more Sludge Bombs should be able to take this Munchlax out here, right? Munchlax is very thick too, especially with Everlight. So another Sludge Bomb and another failed miss on the KO there. Munchlax is going to go for a Fury Cutter now. Fury Cutter is not going to do a lot to my Gloom, and I'd say I can probably live one more hit, depending on, of course, what the move is, right? So getting my Salac Berry there, which is very, very good. Gloom with Max Speed and Max Special Attack. It's not that fast still, right? So I go for a Giga Drain. Munchlax is going to survive there. I tried to get some health back, but it just wasn't enough damage, and now it's going to go for Self-Destruct. So it had Metronome and Self-Destruct. Of course. So Gloom is going to faint, obviously, to a Self-Destruct, and Munchlax is also going to faint too, but I had no other idea that it had like another attacking move than Metronome. Now the next Pokemon I've got here is Weezing. This is a pretty funny set. It's a Choice Scarf Weezing, right? We got double hit, rollout, explosion, and facade, max attack, and max speed with Stench ability, of course. Another Munchlax here. It's a full Munchlax team, so I thought I had a Galaxy Brain idea. I'd say, let's go Rollout, and if Rollout can get a couple of flinches, that'll make it really powerful by the time it gets to like the 4th or the 5th one run. So the first Rollout does nothing, and it's another Metronome Munchlax here. Now, Munchlax is going to go for a Drop Kick. It's bad, because obviously it's not going to do a lot of damage, but it's going to drop my Weezing's attack. So it was like the perfect move to use against a Rollout Weezing. Not that you'd be using a Rollout Weezing too much, but I mean, this is PIMPNITE's channel after all, right? So we're going to get another second Rollout here. Another Metronome from the Munchlax right here. It's going to be using Circle Throw. Oh, Circle Throw is not going to do a lot of damage, but it's going to fling me out of this matchup and sort of resetting my rollouts there. So we're going to go into Skuntank. I had no choice. I had to swap into this one. This is a special set with Belch, Substitute, Fire Blast, and Nasty Plot. I've got Max Speed and Max Special Attack. I've got the item Citrus Berry. I've got the ability Stench, alright? I know you didn't know that, alright? So go for Fire Blast there, no flinch at all. And Munchlax is going to go for another Metronome. Wow, it's trying to spark up a relationship here, people. I'm hoping it doesn't paralyze me. That's the only thing I'm worried about, right? So go for Fire Blast again. I know that it probably has Fix Fat, but I'm trying to go for a burn and a flinch, right? Like, this is a Stench ability team. I need to get, like, one flinch, right? So here comes a Skitter Smack. This is bad, right? Because, once again, it's not going to do a lot of damage, but it's going to drop my special attack. Now, I can't use Belch at the moment because I need to consume a berry, so I'm going to be doing that right away with my Skuntank. Yep. So I've eaten the Citrus Berry, it's good there, and now I've got the Substitute up, which is great, so it's going to block me from any sort of status move. Now the Munchlax, I was hoping it didn't use like a really powerful move here, but it went for Magnetic Flux. That's going to fail, that's good. Now I can go for a Belch here, and Belch misses. How do you miss burping like you? Let's picture this, right? You're standing in front of someone and you belch on them, right? I know it's disgusting, but how can you miss? Like, doesn't make sense. So go for another Belch there. This one actually hits and it does 2 damage to Munchlax. So I'm probably not going to need to boost my special attack by, at least 2 or 3, right? Then the Munchlax uses Core Enforcer, right? Hacker Exposed. And the thing about this, right, is not only does it not break my sub, but it's going to suppress my Stench ability, so I can never get a flinch in this matchup, so I got to saltily swap out behind the sub. Alright, next Pokemon is Weezing. It's time to get this rollouts going, and I'm sick of this. I'm getting salty right now. Now, Munchlax, right, is going to wiggle its little white finger, and it's going to be going for a Scale Shot, so it's going to be, it's actually going to be fast after this Scale Shot, but since I've got a Choice Scarf and max speed, and Munchlax is very, very slow, it's going to need a lot of those Scale Shots to actually be able to outspeed me, right? Now, we're going to keep going for a rollout here. I feel like this strategy can work, and he missed. I'm like, come on. I'm getting such bad luck at the moment. Now the Munchlax is going to go for a Flamethrower. So the worst thing that could happen is if I get burned by a Flamethrower. It actually did a decent amount of damage too, considering Munchlax's special attack rate. Finally, Weezing is going to connect with a rollout there. I feel like I can take a couple. I get my very, very first flinch there. I was like, it nearly took half the battle. So getting another rollout off there. No flinch, by the way. And Munchlax is going to be going for another Metronome here, and it's going to get Aura Sphere. So that's good. That's very weak against Weezing, and it's not going to do a lot of damage. No secondary side effects or any scum like that, right? So we're going to go for yet another rollout here. Rollout number 3. And that nearly takes out. And this one... This one's got self-destruct as well. So I'm going to have to assume that they've all got self-destruct, or a couple of them do. Man, that was like right when I was about to get the Weezing rollout sweep there. It also critted me too for a little bit of extra salt there. So bye-bye Weezing. That was rough. So we're going to go into Stunky now. Now, there's only a couple of Pokemon with the Stench ability too. There's like, I think there could be 6 or 7 Pokemon. There's a very small amount. As you can notice, they're all in like the same evolution line. I've got Sucker Punch, Taunt, Tail Slap, and Scary Face. What I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to go for a Taunt. I want to see if this has got any other moves than Metronome, right? It used Metronome, which is great. So what can it do now? It's going to be Dynamax Munchlax. Now, what would be the chances here that this Munchlax is going to go for a Dynamax self-destruct, which will turn into Max Strike, of course. Now, let me explain the strategy of this Stunky set if you couldn't pick up on it straight away. Now, with the Stench ability, you want to be flinching, so you want to be going first. So I thought, okay, well, Sucker Punch would be great for that. I can go first. If I want to use Tail Slap, I can go for Scary Face to drop the opponent's speed and then spam my little purple tail, then hope for a flinch, right? So here comes a Max Strike, does some very good damage to Stunky here. My Stunky was a bulky build with max health and max attack Everlight as the item. So that Munchlax was probably running max attack there. It's like it's doing a heap of damage to me. And Stunky is going to faint. So bye-bye Stunky. That's half my team gone now. This is no joke. I'm getting trolled. Next Pokemon is Trubbish, right? I mean, what could go wrong here? So I've got a Drain Punch, Gunk Shot, Rock Blast, and Automize. I've got a max speed Trubbish, right? Only up here on my show. And I've also got a chance for a super effective move. And maybe, sorry, a chance for a poison from Gunk Shot. And I've got a super effective move. Of course it's going to be super effective. Not a chance here at all. So going for a Gunk Shot there, I get a crit, a juicy little crit, because not only does it get a crit, it poisons at the same time, which is wonderful there. And now Munchlax is going to go for its third Max Strike. I have to assume this is coming off self-destruct. I've got Focus Sash as the item there as well, which is fine. Now this Munchlax, probably, I don't think it's going to go down to a Drain Punch or a Gunk Shot. It's going to be very, very close. I probably need a crit, I'd say, with the Gunk Shot. Drain Punch will get me some additional health back, but I'm very, very scared here. So go for Drain Punch. It's nowhere near enough to take out Munchlax, which is a very, very much the same. So Trubbish is going to get 26 health back there, and Munchlax isn't, it's not, the taunt is actually worn off, and it's going to get Electrify. Electri is not going to work at all. That's good. And Munchlax is going to go down to the next turn, which is great. So finally, I'm able to take out one of these Munchlax without getting trolled by Self-Destruct. But I believe that was definitely coming off, Self-Destruct, that normal type move there. So that's 3 Munchlax down, but there's still 3 to go. So it's anyone's game at the moment, especially with, Metronome. And now out comes Munchlax number 4 here. I'm going to go for Rock Blast. I need to get a flinch. I've only got 1 the whole battle. So go for a couple of Rock Blasts there. It's more than a couple. That was 3. I got 3, and I got my second flinch. That's 2 flinches right there. So I'm going for a Rock Blast again, right? I got a crit on this first one, did so much damage. I go for another one here, and I got like 3 or 4 hits here, which is another 3, which is great. And I get another flinch, right? This is really good. The problem is, right, I'm not doing a lot of damage there. That's the only thing, and I'm just spamming Rock Blast as much as I could, right? It's doing like 2 damage to Munchlax. I got 4 hits on that one, but I didn't get it. So far I've got 3 flinches this entire battle, which really isn't a lot when you think about it. Then again, 10% isn't a very high chance. it's the same chance as getting a quick claw activation, yeah? So go for more Rock Blast. I thought my luck might change here. And Munchlax is going to go for a Metro. I only got 2 hits off of the Rock Blast that time. Now Munchlax is going to go for a Sticky Web. I'm like, okay, that's a bit annoying because I do rely on speed. But since it's Munchlax, I don't think I've got much to worry about because it's a very slow Pokemon, right? So I got another round of 3 Rock Blasts there on the Munchlax, and I got another flinch. That's 4 flinches now. So my advice with Stench, right, with any sort of flinching move, you need quantity over quality of damage there. You just need to, like, hit them multiple times because you've only got 10% chance, right? Now Munchlax is going to go for another Metronome, well, and it's going to go for Self-Destruct. It got Metronome and Self-Destruct. You wouldn't read about it. So my Trubbish is going to go down, and as well as the opposing Munchlax. I was worried about Self-Destruct this whole time, just my opponent using it, but it actually got it through Metro, which is crazy. So I'm going to go down to my second last Pokemon, being Garbodor here. I still got my Skuntank in the back there. Next Pokemon is Munchlax number 5. I've got to stay alive. So I'm going to take some speed drop there from Sticky Web. This is a max speed Garbodor. I've got Acid Spray, Psychic, Thunderbolt, and Focus Mist. So I thought here, Focus Mist won't take it out because it's very, very thick, right? Let's go for Acid Spray. I might be able to get a flinch here, but it's only 1 hit, so it's a very, very tiny chance here. Now, Munchlax is going to go for Metro, and it's going to go Moonlight. It's dancing in the moonlight. That song was on the radio today. Anyway, the Munchlax got all of its health back. Not that I really did a lot of damage. However, I can keep going for Acid Spray over and over again. When you use Acid Spray, right, it's not a lot of base power, but it drops the opponent's special defense by a whopping 2 stages, which is going to be a lot, right? Now Munchlax is going to wiggle its finger again, and it's going to be going for Aqua Pressure. Now, Aqua Pressure randomly raises 1 stat by 2. And the Munchlax is going to get a accuracy rise. So if it uses any low accuracy moves, they got definitely a better chance of like hitting, right? So go Focus Mist. Speaking of low accuracy move, Munchlax, it lives. I can't believe it. Like, I had -4 in special defense there. And now Munchlax is going to go for yet another Metro. It's last Metro, and it gets extreme speed. Stab extreme speed. And it does a pretty good amount of damage to the Garbodor too. I'm going to finish it off there with disrespect Thunderbolt. And the 5th Munchlax is down. There's only 1 more Munchlax. Now, with this team too, I wasn't allowed to Dynamax. I wanted to not Dynamax at all. I just want to make purely use of the Stench ability, right? So go for a Thunderbolt there, like a little a glitch there. Must be caused by all these Munchlaxes. And now Munchlax is going to go for a Metro, and it's going to get Wonder Room. So Wonder Room is going to swap the defense and the special defense around, which is a pretty interesting move there. I'm just going to keep going for Acid Spray here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to soften up this Munchlax, yeah? And then I'm going to hit it hard and fast with the Focus Mist, and hopefully it doesn't miss you. So, I just noticed this Munchlax is shiny too. So it's 5 normal ones and 1 shiny one. It's going to get a double hit this time. Double hit is also a stab on the Munchlax. And that critted me too, which is, I guess that was handy for Munchlax. So Munchlax is going to, if it hits me with a normal move, I'm going to be in trouble. But I should be okay. Like, now I can go for Focus Mist this turn, right? I'm good to go. Munchlax it's gone. There's no more Dynamax and stuff to go for, right? So Munchlax is gone for the Metronome. It gets Metronome and Self-Destruct twice in 1 battle. What? What are the chances of that? And my Garbodor is going to get exploded on. And that, my friends, is the very first battle with the Stench ability Pokemon team. Wow, that was some crazy-ass Metronome luck there. I got like 4 flinches that entire battle. That was BS. Thank you for the battle, C Stars. And let's get on to battle number 2 right here. This is the battle against Huntdown. And in this battle, I may or may not be getting thoroughly trolled by the Stench ability as well. But so far, 4 flinches, yeah? For this first Pokemon we got here is Popplio, right? It's a shiny Popplio too. It's got some stars around it. And I've got my Gloom. I was like, okay, this actually isn't a bad matchup. Let's go for the Sludge Bomb here. Let's get a flinch and a poison, yeah? And not either one of them didn't happen. Surprise, surprise. Here comes the Icy Wind from Popplio. It does a fair whack of damage to my Gloom. And it also crits me and drops my speed. Now, I know that I can live another one, yeah? And I'm going to be able to outspeed Popplio. So I went for the Giga Drain. That was enough to take it out and get, like, lots of health back. So that was a good start to the battle there. Like, look, I could have gone for that from the start, but I think it might have still lived there, depending on what the EV spread there was, right? Next Pokemon is going to be Primarina. I wonder if you can guess what this team is, right? Now, Primarina is going to go for a Misty Terrain. this is actually pretty funny because I went for a Tri-Attack. Nature Power. Now, when you go for that move on the Misty Terrain, right, it turns into the Moonblast, right, instead of going for a Tri-Attack. So that was pretty funny that it actually got changed like that. And it also got me a special attack drop on the Primarina too, which was amazing, right? Now the Primarina is going to go for a Calm Mind here, boosting back its special attack that I just dropped there. And I need to get some good damage on this thing. I need some flinches, man. Like, I need these flinches. They're not going to happen by themselves. So going for the Sludge Bomb right here does really, really good damage. Excellent damage. Now I'm going to swap out the Gloom here. I'm going to go into another Pokemon, Skuntank. So I thought this would be free real estate. I can set up here against Primarina, right? Now, Primarina is going to set up a Calm Mind here, right? Now, I don't know what sort of set this is going to be. I was thinking about going for a Substitute, but I was worried about Liquid Voice or something like Hyper Voice, something like that. So I went for a Fire Blast to try and go for a Burn and flinch there, right? And it wasn't very effective, and it used Misty Explosion. I tried to troll with the flinch, and it didn't work. And Misty Explosion is going to hit very, very hard, as you know. And Skuntank is going to get one shot of there. I should have just gone for a sub. I was worried about Liquid Voice. Instead of trolling, I should have just gone for the sub. But you know what would have happened, right? In a different reality, right? The PIMPNITE that's like me, right, would have gone for sub, and then the Primarina would have gone for Liquid Voice and taken me out. That's what would have happened, right? Just trust me. Next Pokemon we got is the Bryony here. So it's a Popplio evolution team stacked up with 6 Pokemon, the normals and the shinies, I think. Go for another Moonblast here, taking advantage of that Misty Terrain, and this is going to be a Perish Song set there. So Bryony is going to sing me a little lullaby. The good thing is I'm not trapped in at the moment too, and I've also got a pretty decent move to use with Giga Drain and stuff like that. So I decided to go for Nature Power to try and get some hacks, right? Tri-Attack, hopefully maybe a Paralyze. That'd be very, very good. Maybe if a Freeze, that'd be wonderful too. It didn't happen, and now Bryony is going to give me a kiss there. Imagine kissing Gloom, mate. It's just got saliva hanging out of its mouth. I don't think it would taste very good, right? So Bryony seems to be a bulky Perish Song set. Draining kisses to get some health sustain and, drop the Perish Song. Now Bryony is going to swap out. Doesn't have a tracking move, and in comes, it's another Bryony. So 2 Bryonies there. Bryony's a pretty bulky Pokemon with Everlight too. So going for Giga Drain does a lot of damage there, but it doesn't take it out. And then, right, I got all my health back. But then it was even worse, right, because Bryony had a weakness policy on top of that. I'm like, what is going on? Now, Perish Song is on a low amount here. I think I've got 1 left, so I can't lose my Gloom, so I got to swap it out, right? So I went into Trubbish, like, what could possibly go wrong here, right? I've got Focus Sash on my Trubbish. I should be able to live this scummy attack. And then the Bryony Dynamaxes on, like, a little bit of health. Oh, no. I don't know what sort of set it's going to be. Is it going to be physical? Is it going to be special? I don't know, right? But I'm going to soon find out. I don't want to be swept by a Bryony either. That would be very, very embarrassing. I'd have to have people in the comment section roasting me, which definitely doesn't happen already, right? So Bryony, right, is going to go for a Max Airstream. Uh-oh, it's a physical set, I'm pretty sure, and Trubbish is going to live on 1 health. Now, that was on the swap-in, yeah? So I'm going to need to be able to outspeed it this turn. So that's 1 turn of the Dynamax over for Bryony, and it's going to get a speed rise. So Bryony isn't that fast, but now it's going to be pretty fast because it's got +2 in speed from that Max Airstream. And it's still got 1 more turn of Dynamax. So there's only 1 Pokemon that I feel that can actually stop this thing on my team, because I think I'm going to get destroyed, right? So we're going to go into my Stunky here. This does have Sucker Punch, and it is going to do the job to take out the Bryony. Thank goodness I had that move. Otherwise, I would have got destroyed right there. So bye-bye, Bryony. It's very, very scary right there. It actually lined it up very closely with the Perish Song and the Weakness Policy. Like, I possibly could have lost my Gloom there, but I felt like it was still worth it. I still got rid of it in the end, right? So go for a Tawny in case it's going to go for a scummy move there. And it actually went for an Akkering, so no Akkering healing. Now the Bryony is going to swap out there. And the next Pokemon to come in is going to be a Popplio. So this is a second Popplio. Now, there is a Primarina in the back still. We haven't seen that. So go for Tail Slap. Of course, it's going to miss there. And here comes a Hyper Voice. So I knew one of these would have Hyper Voice. It just wasn't the Primarina that had Misty Explosion. So go for a scary face sound. It says Scary Voice. Scary Voice! That'd be such a good move. Like, that would really, like, what would Scary Voice be? Like, I don't know what, someone, give me a good explanation in the comment section, I'll give it a heart. Anyway, back to the battle here, right? We got a Popplio spamming Hyper Voice there. It's a clean 3-hit KO on my Stunky. Now we got the Popplio swapping out here, right? And the next Pokemon to come out here is going to be the Bryony. We've seen this one earlier on, yeah. I'm going to go for a Tail Slap here, and hopefully I can get some, some Stench, because I don't think I've actually got a Stench yet. I don't think I've got one Stench this whole battle. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I have, like, so far, right? So I don't get a flinch there, and Brioni's going to go for a Draining Kiss. Stunky is going to go down. I possibly have to get one in this battle. That's pretty unlucky when you think about it. So bye-bye, Stunky. Next Pokemon is Weezing. It's time, people, for the big, bad Choice Scarf rollout set. Hopefully this is going to work, right? So I went for the rollout here. It does like 1 damage. And then this stupid Brioni is going to go for Parasong again. I can't swap out because I'm locked into rollout. I was like, oh, man. Like, I should have gone for Explosion there, but it would have lived on 1 health, let's be real. So go for rollout again. They're praying I can take this Brioni out. It's super thick, though, and now it's going to stall me and use Accaring. So, look, if I end up not being able to take this thing out and Parasong faints me before this Brioni faints, I am going to be generally salty, right? So the Perish count is down to 2, right? I'm going for another rollout here. Like, Weezing's just rolling out right now. The next hit will take it out. The Brioni's going to go for a Skull there, trying to burn me. Maybe for that last hit. Did a lot of damage there, by the way. And it's going to get some more health back there due to the Accaring. I feel like I can take this out on the last hit, but the Brioni's going to swap. And guess what's going to come in here? It is going to be the Primarina. So Primarina is going to take a pretty hard hit here. The only thing I was worried about is if I actually would miss that, but even I can't be that unlucky, right? And I get some good damage on Primarina. I'm very, very happy about that. Now, Primarina's got the leftovers as the item too, and Weezing is going to faint to the Parasong. Okay, I've got my Gloom left here, and I've still got my Garbodor. Now, Garbodor's got Thunderbolt, so that's not bad. I've got a super effective attack, right? I've also got Acid Spray too. So popping that Acid Spray there on the Primarina, hoping for a flinch, and I get a special defense drop, obviously, there, and a flinch does not happen. Another Parasong user, so 2 Parasong users. Now, I don't want the same thing to happen to my Weezing, right? And I should be okay, unless it's got, like, Whirlpool or something like that, but I'm confident that I can take it out the next turn. I outspeed it, and I did drop a special defense, and Primarina is going to go down. So all that's left now is the Troll Brioni from earlier on, and the Popplio we've seen from earlier on. I think that was the Hyper Voice one, right? Yeah. So in comes the Brioni again. I'm not going to allow this thing to troll me at all. So go for the Thunderbolt here, and that is enough to take it out. Thank goodness. Now, the Parasong is getting pretty close here. My Garbodor is going to faint soon. It's 1 more turn, so I'm going to have to swap out my Garbodor here and go into Gloom. Now, I can bring back in my Garbodor, but I don't think I'll need to, right? Gloom should be able to, take this Popplio out easy, right, with a Giga Drain. Popplio goes for an Ice Beam on the swap here, fires it out of its nose, and crits my Gloom in 1 shot. Oh, man. So bye-bye Gloom there. It's feeling a little bit gloomy. So my last Pokemon is the Garbodor here. I'm not even playing any more games. I'm going to go for a Acid Spray, then a Thunderbolt, right? So it's going to outspeed me. It's a speedy Popplio. Hits me in an Ice Beam. I'm able to tank it pretty well. The only thing I am a little bit worried here is a Freeze Axe. That's about it, right? So dropping the special defense of the Popplio, not that it was really bulky to begin with, I can use any move here and take out the Popplio. Praying for no Freeze Axe here. It doesn't happen, thank goodness. And it's going to go down to a nice little Disrespect Acid Spray there. And that, my friends, is the second battle. I got no flinches in that second battle, I believe. Hope you enjoyed the Stench ability, team. It's a horrible but fun ability. Peace out.